come out and play the game from that point?
On a free throw, boxing out, Stewart tried to get physical with LeBron. LeBron did the same thing. Everyone in the league knows LeBron not a dirty guy. Accidentally hit him. As soon as he did it, he looked back at him and told him, "Oh, my bad, I didn't try to do it." And he tried to, I don't know what he was trying to do, but I know nobody on our team, 1 through 15, was having it. We're gonna protect our brother. I've never, in 10 years, seen a player try to do that. Well, since I've been playing, I mean, obviously we've seen it before, but back in the day. But in recent basketball, like, it was uncalled for. You got cut above your eye, accidental, like, it wasn't on purpose. And we wasn't gonna allow him to keep charging our brother like that. Like, I don't know what he was trying to do, but we wasn't gonna allow that. And we just wanted to get the win for him. Get the win for our team, get back in the win column.
And then just in the fourth quarter, you and Russ, both sides of the court, it seems like he was really aggressive early. You had a ton of plays on both ends in defense. Was that an extension of that, or did you guys find something else on the court, some kind of spark?
Nah, we just needed to win. I mean, at the end of the third, I think we were down 15, and Melo said, "This is where we figure out who we are as a team. Must-win game. One of our guys out." And guys just made some big plays, made some big shots. Russ, big three, big-time layups. Melo, big-time threes. Everybody on the defensive end, big-time plays. We were able to get the win, and we needed it. And, hopefully this can spark, a little fire under our, to get going. But it feels good to get back in the win column.
And that was my question for you is, was there one player that stood out? You said it was Melo that got you guys together. How did you guys keep your composure through all this and then get yourself ready to play again?
Just got to stay loose, stay ready. I mean, you get a break like that, especially when, a situation like that happens. The most important thing and the number one thing, you don't want anybody to get hurt. Their side, their players might feel a certain way, our players might feel a certain way, and you don't want anybody to get hurt out there. But I think we stayed composed, and we had it in our mind that we wanted to win this game, no matter what the circumstance was, no matter what the score was. We want to win this game, and we did it especially in the fourth quarter, playing how we're supposed to play, making the right reads, guys shooting in rhythm. Probably our best defensive quarter since this season, holding the team 17 points in the fourth. So, we got to build off of this, especially on the defensive end.
AD, kind of building off of what you were just saying about defense, obviously you had some really impactful defensive plays, including blocking Cade twice on the same possession. I'm just wondering, is there something different for you when you guys are playing defense at that level, or maybe you personally, are you reading the game differently? What's different that kind of sparks that energy from you or the group in the fourth quarter?
It could be a steal, it could be a block, it could be a charge, it could be anything, but whatever it is, we got to make sure we do it. We having too many, problems with straight line drives and blow-bys, which compromising our defense and putting guys in rotations too early. So we got to do a better job containing the basketball, but the last 5-6 minutes of the game, we were able to do that. And, I think when we're getting good rhythm shots and not being selfish offensively, it kind of gets us back in transition and get us a chance to set our defense. And that's when we're really good. When we're shooting bad shots and turning it over, guys put their head down or, complaining or whatever, and it compromises our defense. So as long as we're able to continue to do what we got to do on the offensive end, and when you see the ball go in, you kind of want to stop, especially when you're down, and we're able to do that. But we can't continue to dig ourselves in a hole and fight to get back. We need to be the ones that create leads and stick with them throughout the course of the game.
AD, Russ had better numbers in the fourth quarter tonight than he had basically all of the Boston game. What do you think was working for him during that stretch, and how did you guys seemingly feed off his play? Because it seems like everyone's play raised.
The dunk. That dunk just got us going, got him going, got his confidence up. I think he came back and hit a three. I think Diallo was talking to him. But that dunk kind of just sparked us. We already, playing a lot of energy, but that dunk kind of got us going. Kind of silenced the crowd a little bit. And we got going. We started making shots and started defending. So he played a hell of a game. Like I said, I think everybody level raised when
Us down 15 going into the fourth quarter. You were really aggressive getting the team back into it. What's the mindset there in a situation like that?
Just be aggressive, man. I'm part of my job and part of what I've been able to do for so many years is be aggressive, use my ability to be able to help my teammates out. And tonight, we must win for us. Brian going out, and we got to find ways to win games, especially on the road. And tonight was a hell of a win for all of us. All Laker Nation, we needed this one tonight, and we got it.
You mentioned LeBron goes out of the game. Of course, there's the situation with Stewart at midcourt. Russ, how did you guys get your composure? What did you see on that, and how did you come out after that?
It's like adversity. When adversity hits you, you figure out what you're going to do. You fold or you come together. And that timeout, we came together. They still made a run, but we stuck together, stick to our principles, and came out with the win.
A lot of stuff with you and AD in the fourth quarter on both ends of the court. What is that like for you? What are you seeing from Anthony Davis as you grow together?
Just growth. Me and him talked about it many times. And it's us two, our offense, Brian. We figured out what worked for us in the fourth quarter, and we stick to it. We did that tonight. Got a shot every time down. Got any shot we wanted, and it was successful for it.
Last thing for you. You mentioned that you needed this win. How do you guys build off of it, Russ?
We got no choice now. Just go out and keep competing. We know what it takes. We know what we have to do from start of the game to finish. We can't have lapses. Teams is coming at us every night. They're giving us their best shot, and we know we got to come out and compete at a high level, and we did that tonight. So
appreciate it, Russ.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
All right, good job, Mike. I do want to get your opening thoughts, Rob, just on that come from behind victory and the team kind of rallying behind an ejected.
When LeBron went up and then Detroit went on that run, it's like, okay, this might be a wrap. We're going to have some chairs tonight and talk about some good stuff or some bad stuff. But what I want to talk about really is what Carmelo was able to do. You know, Carmelo had his woes from shooting three ball on the road. 5 for 8 tonight. Shot it very well. Kept him in the game. Gave him a little spark. It's amazing how you get guys like that to start knocking down threes. It sparks the team. Back in the day, it used to be dunks, but his threes sparks the team. Next time they get a run. AD played very aggressive. Of course, Westbrook did. The attacks to the basket. It was great team basketball.
You want your stars to rise to the occasion when a team is struggling, and it was a struggle. I mentioned when they're down 15, you're thinking this is rock bottom for this team. They're going to go to 8-10. 8-10, they're going to be on a 4-game losing streak. LeBron gets ejected. This show was going to be a lot different, right? But Russ, AD, Carmelo, they all stepped up. I do want to start with Russell Westbrook, who had a huge fourth quarter, scoring 15 points in the fourth, and he was outstanding. Russell finishes with 10 of 21 with 26 points, 10 assists, and 9 rebounds.
Yeah, I said it takes him a while to get going. He's not a fast start at the beginning of the season, but you can see he's starting to pick up his game. I mean, he's always been able to get his numbers, but very impactful numbers tonight when they needed him. In the fourth quarter, he was in attack mode, stepping back, shooting from the perimeter, making assists, only 3 turnovers, Geeter, and really had a big part to do with the game. Not a great three-point shooter, but not afraid to take it, and definitely not afraid to take it to the bucket when they needed him in the fourth. But you take a look at the Brody balling.
I think for me, if you look at his stats, the 3 turnovers, and that one last turnover was kind of silly, so he should have only had 2 turnovers in the game. And for me, that's what I always look at Westbrook. I don't care what he does anywhere else on the court, because we know what he's going to do with the points, the rebounds, assists. I always look at, the first thing I want to look at is his turnover, because when he keeps his turnovers at 3 under, they usually win.
I think the hope coming into this season was if LeBron James was injured, then it happened. That Russ and AD can get you, and the others, of course, can get you through games like this. But there were struggles, the OKC losses, Minnesota, those kind of games that kind of lingered and just put a different kind of vibe on this team, James, through 17 games. We talked a lot about it, and then you come on the road and you lose the first 2. But that's what you want to see from Russ. That's why he's here, and it was nice to see it tonight.
Yeah, at the beginning of the season when we developed this roster, everybody was excited. You know, we're going to be pretty good. didn't have the start that we needed. The ugly games that we were losing, Oklahoma, we were losing some games. It was just ugly. But you look at the good part of those games, the glimpses of the first quarter when they had a 14-point lead. Maybe they showed splashes. Now we're starting to see, all of that was ugly, but all that ugliness is now starting to churn up into something nice. So Westbrook.